Hello, welcome back. Today I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about how I learned English. Now, some of you guys know this already, but there are so many people coming in every day, and I actually made a video about this 5, almost 6 years ago, so it's so old, people might not find it. So anyway, I learned English from zero when I moved to England with my family. So I was 15 years old. When I moved to a small city in England called Norwich, and I lived there for 5 years with my family, and then we moved to London. Now, when I say my family, I mean my mom, my dad, and my 2 brothers. So when this happened, I literally spoke no English at all. So I had never studied English in Brazil, apart from, well, I used to go to a private school in São Paulo. I am from São Paulo. I used to go to a private school, and so I used to have English lessons once or twice a week at school, but they were not good, and I never enjoyed them, and I literally knew no English at all. Like, I knew some words, 5 words probably, that's it. And so I moved to England with my family, and it was a really difficult time in the beginning. Like the first year was crazy, was really tough. And when I arrived in England with no English at all, I actually went to school, not a school to learn English, just a regular school where British people go to learn science, maths, you know, a normal school. So I went to a school after I actually started going to school 3 weeks, well, I think it was 3 weeks after I arrived in Norwich, we went to school. And because it was a small city, there were only 2 people in the whole school that were from Brazil, me and my brother. Okay, my little brother went to another school because he was 11, so he was younger, he had to go to another school. And in our school, there were only 2 people from Brazil, me and my brother, nobody else, no Brazilians there, no Brazilian friends, nothing. And I learned English at this school, not because they were teaching me English, no, but because I was going to school every single day, Monday to Friday, from 9 o'clock in the morning until 3 o'clock in the afternoon, listening to English all of the time. And something that I did so much when I was at school, I remember this really well, was when I was in class, my teachers were at the front explaining, and they were writing things on the board, and I would copy on my notebook, copy repeatedly the same things that were written on the board, just copy repeatedly. I did this because I felt I suffered bullying at school because, you know, teenagers, horrible. And I was the only Brazilian there as well, so there was bullying going on with me, which was really difficult, it was very tough. And I wanted to make sure that when I was in class, people forgot about me. I didn't want them to see me, I didn't want them to notice me. So I copied continuously so as to keep my head down and avoid the attention, right? So I did this a lot, but I never really understood how much this was helping me with my English until months later when I had my exams and I realized my writing was really getting better because of so much copying. I also went to an English school, like a language school, to help me with my English for 1 month. Oh, I don't remember actually if it was 1 month or 2 months. I think it was just 1 month, if I'm not wrong. It was just 1 month. I went to a school in Norwich to learn English, and it was terrible. I remember not learning really much. I remember I learned one thing in that school. I learned the words stomachache, which is when you have like pain in your stomach, and backache and toothache. I learned those words, I remember that. And that's it, you know, it was just grammar, and I didn't understand the grammar explanation, so the teacher was explaining things and I had no idea what he was talking about. And so I only stayed there for 1 month. That didn't really help me with my English, really. Although the lesson was in English, it was just grammar. That was not good. And so I learned through being in England. You know, I was lucky enough to live there, which definitely makes the process so much easier for young people because they go to school, they make friends, they have boyfriends, girlfriends, and so young people have a really fantastic chance to learn and develop. But it's not really, I can't say that just living in England or living abroad will teach you English. It's not how it works, you know. For especially when you're not young, you're not going to school, you're not learning things through so much talking with people. When you're older and you end up having jobs that you don't really speak at work, you're just doing your job, then I know so many people that still live in England, or they lived in England, say, for 20 years and they don't speak English, which is very normal, you know, guys. This happens a lot with people. So living abroad is something that made it easier for me, given the fact that I was young, but it's not literally what made me learn, because it's just living in the country does not mean you're going to learn it, unfortunately. But this is basically how I learned English. And nowadays I live in Brazil. So I lived in England for 12 years in total, and then I moved back to Brazil with my husband, and I have 2 kids, and they were born in Brazil and they speak English fluently because my husband and I speak English to our children all the time, every day, 100% of the time. So my kids speak English fluently. So yes, I just wanted to come and tell you guys a little tiny bit about my story and how I learned, because some people may think that I was born there or that I still live there. And I just wanted to say that I don't think learning English only happens when you move abroad. I don't think that at all. We have so many examples of people that learned English fluently without ever traveling abroad. An example would be Karina Fragoso. She learned English fluently without living abroad, and she's awesome, she's fantastic. So, you know, living abroad is something that makes it easier, but it does not mean you're going to learn. It really is down to how much you want this, how important English is going to be for you in your life, and making time and really putting in the effort. You know, making an effort to truly engage and learn this language. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I think it was a very good listening practice for you today, right? All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.